a sea of cranes and containers. This is where the pulse of global commerce beats strongest, a place where the world's goods converge and disperse in a never-ending cycle. The port hums with a symphony of industry. The rhythmic clanking of metal, the roar of engines, and the constant movement of machinery create a unique melody that speaks of progress and connectivity. Towering cranes, steel giants against the azure sky, pluck containers like Lego blocks from colossal ships. These mechanical behemoths operate with precision and power, their movements choreographed to ensure efficiency and safety. These vessels, behemoths of the sea, arrive laden with goods from every corner of the globe. From electronics to clothing, from raw materials to finished products, they carry the essentials and luxuries of modern life. This is the lifeblood of our interconnected world, the intricate network of global trade that binds nations together in a delicate dance of interdependence. Each container represents a link in the vast chain of commerce that stretches across continents and oceans. Yet, beneath the surface of this bustling scene, tensions simmer, threatening to disrupt the delicate equilibrium. The port, while a symbol of cooperation, is also a battleground for economic power and influence. The United States and China, two economic titans, are locked in a trade war. This conflict, driven by competing interests and strategic ambitions, has far-reaching implications for global trade and economic stability. This conflict, characterized by tit-for-tat tariffs and escalating rhetoric, has cast a long shadow over the global economy. Businesses and consumers alike feel the impact as costs rise and supply chains are disrupted. Understanding the origins, impacts, and potential resolutions of this trade war is crucial for navigating the complexities of our interconnected world. As we delve deeper into this issue, we will explore the historical context, the key players, and the possible paths forward. Only by comprehending these dynamics can we hope to find a way to restore balance and ensure the continued flow of goods and prosperity across the globe. The U.S. China trade relationship is complex, marked by both cooperation and contention. Over the years, this relationship has evolved, reflecting the changing dynamics of global economics and politics. For decades, China has been a manufacturing powerhouse, supplying the world with affordable goods. Its factories have churned out everything from electronics to clothing, making "Made in China" a ubiquitous label in households around the globe. The United States, with its insatiable consumer demand, has been a primary market for these products. American consumers have come to rely on the affordability and availability of Chinese-made goods, which have become integral to their daily lives. However, this seemingly symbiotic relationship has been strained by underlying economic and geopolitical tensions. The trade imbalance between the two nations has been a point of contention, with the U.S. importing far more from China than it exports. The United States has long accused China of unfair trade practices, including intellectual property theft, forced technology transfer, and currency manipulation. These accusations have fueled a growing sense of discontent and mistrust. These concerns, simmering for years, boiled over in 2018 when the Trump administration imposed tariffs on billions of dollars worth of Chinese goods. The tariffs were intended to pressure China into changing its trade practices and to protect American industries. China retaliated with tariffs of its own, igniting a trade war that has continued to escalate. The tit-for-tat tariffs have affected businesses and consumers in both countries, leading to increased costs and economic uncertainty. The trade war has also had global repercussions, affecting supply chains and international trade relations. Economists and policymakers around the world have been closely monitoring the situation, as the outcome could reshape the global economic landscape. Despite the tensions, there have been efforts to negotiate and reach agreements. Both nations recognize the importance of their economic relationship and the need to find a path forward that benefits both sides. As the world watches, the future of U.S.-China trade relations remains uncertain. What is clear, however, is that the stakes are high, and the outcome will have far-reaching implications for the global economy and for the lives of people in both countries.
The Trump administration imposed tariffs on a wide range of Chinese goods, from solar panels to steel.
China responded in kind, targeting American agricultural products like soybeans and pork. The trade war has been characterized by a series of tariff volleys. These tariffs, essentially taxes on imported goods, have raised costs for businesses and consumers on both sides of the Pacific. The Biden administration, while acknowledging the challenges posed by China's trade practices, has taken a more measured approach. However, the core issues remain unresolved, and the tariffs imposed by both countries remain largely in place. This ongoing trade war continues to generate uncertainty and disrupt global supply chains.
The trade war has had a tangible impact on both the United States and Chinese economies. In the United States, tariffs have increased costs for businesses, leading to higher prices for consumers and reduced profits for companies. Some sectors, like agriculture, have been particularly hard hit.
China has also felt the pain, with its export-oriented economy suffering from reduced demand. The impact of the trade war extends far beyond the United States and China. The interconnected nature of the global economy means that disruptions in one part of the world can have ripple effects elsewhere. Countries that rely on the United States and China as trading partners have experienced economic slowdowns and market volatility. Section 5. American businesses and consumers feeling the pinch. American businesses have borne the brunt of the trade war. Tariffs have increased the cost of imported materials, forcing manufacturers to raise prices or accept lower profit margins. Some companies have shifted production overseas to avoid tariffs, while others have postponed investments or laid off workers. American consumers haven't been spared either. Tariffs on consumer goods, from clothing to electronics, have led to higher prices at the checkout counter. This increased cost of living has squeezed household budgets, particularly for low and middle-income families. China, for its part, has responded to U.S. tariffs with retaliatory measures of its own. It has imposed tariffs on American goods, targeting sectors like agriculture, where the U.S. has a comparative advantage. China has also sought to diversify its trading partners, reducing its reliance on the U.S. market. Despite the challenges posed by the trade war, China's economy has shown resilience. Its government has implemented stimulus measures to boost domestic demand and support key industries. However, the long-term impact of the trade war on China's economic growth remains uncertain. Section 7. The world watches and worries global implications. The U.S. China trade war has sent shockwaves through the global economy. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has warned that the trade war is a threat to global growth, and the World Trade Organization, WTO, has expressed concerns about the escalating protectionism.
The trade war has also fueled geopolitical tensions. It has strained relations between the U.S. and its allies, some of whom have been caught in the crossfire of the trade dispute. The trade war has also created opportunities for other countries, such as Russia and Brazil, to increase their market share.
Section 8. The path forward between confrontation and cooperation. The U.S.-China trade war is a complex issue with no easy solutions. Dialogue and cooperation are essential for resolving the underlying disputes and finding a path forward. Both sides must be willing to negotiate in good faith and make concessions to reach a mutually beneficial agreement. Some experts believe that the U.S. should focus on working with its allies to pressure China to change its trade practices. Others argue that the U.S. should pursue a more bilateral approach, engaging directly with China to address its concerns. Regardless of the approach, a resolution will require both sides to demonstrate flexibility and a commitment to finding common ground. Section 9. Towards a balanced future, hope on the horizon. In a world where economies are more interconnected than ever before, the stakes have never been higher. The global trade landscape is constantly evolving, and with it, the challenges and opportunities that nations face. The U.S.-China trade war is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of the global economy and the importance of international cooperation. This conflict has highlighted the vulnerabilities and strengths of both nations, showing that no country can thrive in isolation. While the trade war has undoubtedly caused economic pain and uncertainty, it has also created an opportunity for reflection and reassessment. Economists and policymakers are now more aware of the need for sustainable and fair trade practices that benefit all parties involved. The path forward requires a delicate balance between competition and cooperation. Both nations must navigate this complex relationship with wisdom and foresight, understanding that their actions have far-reaching consequences for the global economy. The U.S. and China must find a way to coexist and compete peacefully, recognizing their mutual dependence and shared responsibility for global economic stability. This means engaging in open dialogue, building trust, and working together on common goals such as climate change, technological innovation, and poverty reduction. Only then can the bustling ports of the world continue to hum with the symphony of global trade, a testament to the power of cooperation and the promise of a more prosperous future. The horizon is bright with possibilities, and with hope and determination, we can build a balanced and thriving global economy for generations to come.